It's time to head down to the track now for today's championship race. And I wonder, who's going to come out on top? We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars climb around 40 metres up through Beau Rivage, onto the casino, and then descending down towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners here, 7 to the left and 11 to the right. There's one single DRS zone as well, so don't expect that to make overtaking any easier today. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's begin by talking about Antonio Giovinazzi. That was a great podium in the last race. So can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Nicholas Latifi lines up on pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Magnussen, Raikkonen, Daniel Kvyat and Leclerc, Norris, Stroll, Sainz and George Russell, Gasly, Vettel, Romain Grosjean and Ricciardo, Albon, Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas and Esteban Ocon. Giovinazzi and Max Verstappen completes the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
It's time for part number 2 of this beautiful thing we got here. Guys, happy New Year indeed. Now you're probably watching this through the day of the 31st. Now, you need to watch this on New Year, but if you want to watch it before or after, I do not mind. Now guys, for those of you guys that don't know what's going on, please go check out my Merry Christmas video, the one literally posted literally a week ago. Which is the first part of this little championship. It's a 6-race sprint championship, 5 laps, and it's got a little bit of a few rules. But yeah, guys, this is just my New Year's video to tell you guys, thank you for a fantastic year on TurboFox Races. Thank you for all the support. It's a crazy first lap between Lewis Hamilton, Albon, Bottas, and myself. You guys can see there was a little bit of bumping and barging there between the few of us. But we are driving the most Christmas-themed car. I didn't think that this was going to turn into my New Year's video as well, but it turned out footage just way too much. So we're driving as Antonio Giovinazzi and the Alfa Romeo racing machine, and we are now at Monaco. Now, nothing spectacular happened in this Monaco race. I'm not going to lie, Monaco is hard to overtake, and if you only got 5 laps, you're not gonna get much done. Guys, yeah, so this is the New Year's video. Happy New Year to everybody, but I'll do the thanks and all the Thanksgiving at the end. We are at Giovinazzi's number 99 car, heading through to back now towards the swimming pool section as fast as we can through there, into the final chicane, heading towards Raskas. A little bit of a corner cut there, but nothing that's going to break the bank. Into Raskas, through Raskas, into the final corner, and that is our first of 5 laps here around Monaco. Now guys, also what I quickly want to tell you guys, if you just heard a dog barking, I do apologize. There's nothing I can do about that. Protect! I thought that worked. In any case, I'm just quickly going to close my window because that is something that I forgot to open. Just quickly do that. Sorry for the noise in the background. It is closed. It is all nice and quiet now. But you guys can see here, we already jumped towards lap 2. Nothing too majorly happened. Onto lap 3. I'm just going to show you guys a few quick shots of me actually driving quite nicely. But because the Alfa Romeo is an absolutely horrible car, there wasn't much that I could do. Lap 4 is still in P13. Vettel and Russell were driving away from me. How? I do not know. Well, the AI is on 110%, so it's very possible that they are just uncatchable. And then behind me, you've got Grosjean and Ricciardo, but I think Grosjean is he's basically getting pushed by Ricciardo towards me. But we start our final lap here at Monaco, and that's all that happened. Nothing much. You see, it wasn't something fancy. It's not something very big. But yeah, so we've got 2 races to go. We've got a little championship we need to try and win, and this one did not go to plan.
It looks like it's time once again to hand out the silverware as these successful drivers make their way to the podium. It was a gritty performance today by Williams, and they've got the race win to prove it.
When did you think you would see that again? A Williams that wins the Monaco Grand Prix. And of all the Williams drivers, it is not George Russell, it is Nicholas Latifi. It's a crazy time to be alive. No, I'm joking, guys. It's just because the manner of this championship. If you don't know how it works, please go check out the previous video. I'm not going to explain it again. It's just a little too much. But let's head towards Montreal.
With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average lap speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. George Russell did very well in qualifying yesterday and will start today's race from pole position. And talented Spaniard Carlos Sainz completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Gasly, Vettel, Lance Stroll and Norris, Grosjean, Raikkonen, Ricciardo and Charles Leclerc, Albon, Fiat, Kevin Magnussen and Perez, Hamilton, Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Nicholas Latifi. Giovinazzi and Max Verstappen completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Hashtag spoiler alert. Guys, the fact that we got P2 in Hanoi in Vietnam, it means we've screwed ourselves basically for the rest of this championship, because we're starting P19, and if we don't get points today, it's not going to help us anything, because the guys at the front are the guys that don't have a lot of points. So we're in trouble. We head to 5 red lights and it's go, go, go for the penultimate round of the 6th race Sprint Race Championship in Canada. Look at the beautiful launch there from the Williams of George Russell. He is followed closely behind by Carlos Sainz, with Sergio Perez and Sergio Perez and Pierre Gasly squabbling away for P3 of this race. Into the first chicane, Perez with that OP racing point. Why am I yawning? Guys, excuse that. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm actually very tired, but my videos get priority. We are alongside Nicholas Latifi and Max Verstappen on the back row of the grid. We get a beautiful launch. Look at that! We go side by side with the Mercedes-powered Williams, and then on the inside, everybody just leaves the door wide open. We have to watch out to run into the back of Danny Kvyat. We go right around the outside, try and have a peek at Albon and the Haas, I think of Magnussen. But we go around the outside. Oh no, here comes the AlphaTauri back at us. We go side by side, and the chicane is a bit of a squeeze, but we get the move. Oh, we get the move done there on Mr. Danny Kvyat. We now go, whoa! How do we not run into the back of the Haas there? I wish we had a replay of that. Guys, I literally had millimeters to spare. That is, I think, the latest, well, the closest call I've ever had. But that was insane. And it is side by side who we're going to with Kevin Magnussen. Why? I think Magnussen made contact with us. We have to cut the chicane because Magnussen basically bumped us off the road. Here comes Hamilton, Perez, Ricciardo, all these crazy cars. Oh no, there's contact! The car doesn't want to stop! Oh, great. Okay, guys, our championship is over. We can go sit in a corner and cry. What happened here? Okay, Magnussen tries to come back at me. Fair enough. He comes back at me. He does make hefty contact though, and we just go spewing off the road here. Now, obviously, I had to back off, otherwise I would have gotten a corner cut penalty. We back off. We get absolutely swamped by the cars behind us, and Perez just absolutely brake checks me, and that sends my front wing into oblivion. It's gone down the drain. It's gone to poo-poo. Hey, Faye. Can somebody help me? Guys, we just bagged ourselves the last place. 0 points. Absolute zilch. 0. Perez. Sergio Perez. Checo Perez. Can I please pick you in your nutter butters? Please? Because you just cost me some points. Why? Oh, this is tough. But guys, we've got a Williams leading the way once again. The previous round in Monaco, Nicholas Latifi won. Now can George Russell make it 2 wins in a row for the Williams team? I highly doubt it, because he's got a very determined Carlos Sainz and I guess Lance Stroll. I thought this was Perez at the beginning of the race, but he's got a very determined Carlos Sainz and Lance Stroll behind him, wanting to take this win. And guys, we know Carlos, it is a win in his aim. He's gonna push for it with everything he's got. Into the first quarter, it's the end of the third lap. We start the fourth lap, and there goes Carlos Sainz up the inside of George Russell. George actually keeps the Williams nose in there, but he just can't hold on to the McLaren of Sainz, and that is a beautiful move there from Carlos Sainz. We jump to the end of that lap, and now it is the turn of the 2019 Mercedes, the Pink Panther of Lance Stroll. He pulls to the outside for the final chicane. Let's watch out for the Wall of Champions, guys. Oh, it's a tight squeeze. We've got Kvyat, and I think that's Vettel right behind them. It's going to be a drag race here, but Stroll has got DRS. He's up the inside of Russell, and that is a beautiful move on George Russell, who now slots into P3. Stroll is going to try and chase after Sainz for the final, for first place, but it is the final lap, and Danny Kvyat even gets, well, he's not yet past the Williams. He actually, Russell defended beautifully at the hairpin, but that Williams has got nothing against the AlphaTauri in a straight line with the help of the DRS assistant, and that is Russell now down to P4, and will he be a victim to Vettel as well? Here comes Sebastian. We go to the line. Will it be Vettel or Russell? Russell just nips Vettel at the line and secures a P4. Vettel must be gutted as that result. But you guys see that after I did it, we didn't look at us at all, because there comes Nicholas Latifi across the line just now, and we are at the hairpin. We were the only car to break our front wing. I am going to cry. Sainz has won, and we are lost. What are we supposed to do in Brazil? I'm just, with this car, it is pathetic. What are we supposed to do? It's very pretty, but it is pathetic with race pace. I am utterly screwed.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure, and no doubt they'll be celebrating tonight.
One race to go, one more time to embarrass ourselves. Guys, we fall down to P4 in the championship, but as you guys are going to see at all the results now, because it is a reverse championship, literally anybody can win the championship. Even if Charles Leclerc wins the next race, because he's starting on pole position, just so by the way, if he wins the next race, he can win the championship. That is how messed up this is. We are now for Romeo on our 7th in the constructors. We are ahead of AlphaTauri at least, but we are 7th in the constructors. McLaren leads the way. I ask again, what are we supposed to do? Because I am rendered speechless and I've got no idea what I need to do. Help me!
It looks like it could be a tense round of the championship here as we prepare to get today's race underway. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Gymkhana into one of the two DRS zones will be the key to any overtaking prospects today. And so, for one final time this season, Anthony Davidson joins me in the commentary box.
Well, the winter break is looming once again. No doubt many of those teams already have their eyes firmly on next season. But there's still work to be done here. Still championship positions to decide, which can make a big difference to the prize money. So no one's going to be taking their foot off the throttle just yet.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Fiat, Magnussen, Roman Grosjean and Albon, Perez, Norris, Russell and Daniel Ricciardo, Hamilton, Vettel, Valtteri Bottas and Ocon, Latifi, Gasly, Antonio Giovinazzi and Max Verstappen. Stroll and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
There's only one thing left for me to do. I'm gonna go balls to the wall and I'm absolutely gonna give it every bloody thing I've got. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna give it everything. So guys, we head to 5 red lights for the final time in 2020 if you're watching this on the 31st. And it's go, go, go for the Brazilian 5-lap sprint race. Charles Leclerc gets a beautiful launch over the line from Kimi Raikkonen in P2. Then you've got right behind them the AlphaTauri of, I am almost sure that is Danny Kvyat, not Pierre Gasly. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to kick myself. But a beautiful start from the 2 Ferrari-powered cars as Leclerc is just trying to bolt away from Raikkonen. You've got the Red Bull there of Albon with the 2 Haas boys as well as the AlphaTauri fighting there behind. It is an absolutely insane fight. You've got the McLaren of Lando Norris fighting there with the Racing Point, I think, of Sergio Perez. I'm not sure, guys, it's completely mixed up. It's Grosjean ahead of Magnussen between the 2 Haas cars, but it is absolutely insane. And guys, unfortunately, just like the first round in Australia, Raikkonen got the bite of the cherry and he started in P2 with the randomized grid. Now he's starting P2, but he once again he's got to get absolutely eaten alive by all the other drivers. So that is almost done there. We look here at my POV, guys. The lights held an absolute eternity. Well, you guys can see here, I get a beautiful launch over the line. I'm caught in between all these cars. Nowhere I can go. I actually force whoever that is, Kvyat or Gasly, to the inside. He goes for a dive up the inside of Vettel and the Mercedes of, I think, Hamilton. I go right alongside Sebastian Vettel as we head through the final the final bend of the Senna S. That is absolutely fantastic. And now we have the Mercedes and the AlphaTauri ahead of us. We can't go for a dive from there. 3 wide into that corner is just absolute craziness. We have got Vettel fighting right behind with Ricciardo. If I'm not, it's either Ricciardo or Ocon, but I can't see because the cars are flashing by too quickly, so I can't spot the numbers. But we are ahead, and now that's a big dive on the AlphaTauri. You guys can see there's nothing. I've got nothing to lose. It's 5 laps. If I get a penalty, so what? There's no way I'm winning this championship. Charles is long gone. And to get through all these cars in 5 laps with an Alfa Romeo on 110 difficulty is bloody impossible. Unless you're James Baldwin, unless you're Jarno Opmeer or Danny Berezne, which I am not. But here we go, guys. Up the hill towards back up towards the center to the first corner. Through the final little bend, as that is the entrance to the pit lane. We go up the hill, and now you guys can see I overtook Lewis Hamilton, but that Mercedes is the definition of OP, overpowered. And here he goes up the inside. There's nothing I can do. He's past me before we even get to the corner, and he does a beautiful block pass. Absolutely zilch I can do about that. We head to the end of lap 2, and this is now Max Verstappen, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Verstappen or Albon? It's actually Alexander Albon. No, guys, Verstappen started at the back with me. Sorry, that is Alex Albon. But he is just witnessing as the AlphaTauri gets past my teammate Kimi Raikkonen. I honestly don't know which AlphaTauri that is, guys. Is it Kvyat or Gasly? I do not know. I am very confused. You guys can see Hamilton getting past one of the Williams, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, it is, but he leaves the door wide open on the inside. He carried me all the way down the straight. I poached DRS off of Hamilton, and that is us up another position. But literally, by the end of the lap, he's going to be back on me, like you guys can see. There's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. I am a sitting duck. Here we go, up the straight. I've got DRS off of the car ahead of me, but look at the... Ooh, that's a little bit naughty from me. I just go right ahead of Hamilton. I actually block him there. I'm sure Hamilton is going to complain. Typical Lewis Hamilton move.
Yes, he's driving very dirty. Give him 20,000 penalties. Please do it.
But we go side by side into this next corner. And guys, there's no point in me fighting this. I'm not going to keep that Merc behind me. And fighting with him is just going to cost me time. We jump on board of the final lap and look behind me. So it is Kvyat fighting at the front. Hello, Pierre Gasly. I squeezed him once again very, very violently there. But because I squeezed him, Gasly's just like, I'm going to bump you wide. Which he does. And that is us down to P12. So guys, this championship started brilliantly and it's gonna end crappy, but I'm not gonna lie, this was a ton of fun. And guys, just for the fun of it, oh, here comes, oh God! We just survived.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again.
Guys, it was not some sort of crazy, long or intense race, but Charles Leclerc wins. We come in P8 behind our teammate who had an absolute gander, so that is even more it's just sad. It's just sad, that's all it is. But guys, we come to the end of this Happy New Year video. And guys, what a fantastic 2020 it's been for me when it comes to YouTube. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, my personal life and my social life this year took a massive hit. Those of you guys that didn't watch the previous video, I actually lost my job this year thanks to the whole coronavirus pandemic. My company couldn't keep me on, and unfortunately had to let me go. And not just that, seeing the people, I'm a total extrovert. I want to be around people the whole time. Seeing my friends so little, seeing my family so little, my girlfriend, all these things. I had a few meltdowns this year, I'm not gonna lie. But through fantastic people in my life and just being around the right people, it has really been a truly phenomenal year. And guys, I'm not shy about my religious beliefs. If this gives you a little bit of a, you don't like me anymore, I can understand that. It's not to throw it in anybody's face. But if it wasn't for my religion, if it wasn't for God carrying me this year, I wouldn't have made it through this year. I thought the previous years of my life were tough. I went through a really tough high school season. But this year was the toughest by far. But like I said, through God's grace and through all these amazing people, you guys included, who supported me with me pursuing my dream of becoming a successful YouTuber, has been fantastic. And guys, from my personal side, if you haven't watched my Christmas video, I hope you had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Screw 2020. Let's make 2021 ours. Bring on 2021. Even if it's going to be as tough as 2020, we're ready for it. We are now prepared more than ever. You guys have truly been amazing. You've been phenomenal. The support on my videos this year was amazing. I got my first 1,000 views video. That video is nearly on 2,000 views, by the way. I've started streaming. You got the support with the streaming has been amazing. Last year, this time, I was just over 50 subscribers. We are on 160 subscribers as I'm commentating this video. It might be more by the time you guys watch this. It's been fantastic. Like I said, my goals for 2021, I want to hit 250 subscribers next year this time. That is my next YouTube goal, 250 subs. And guys, literally, if all of you guys just share this to one friend and get them to subscribe, we will make that. Literally, 160, what's 160 times 2? 320. That would be absolutely phenomenal, but obviously I understand it's a specific audience that watches this type of gaming and YouTube content. If you just need someone to put a smile on their face, play them one of my videos. They're gonna laugh at my commentating because I'm a weird, cringy dude, but I love it every single bit. Guys, thank you for a phenomenal 2020. Really, you guys were a big influence at what kept me afloat mentally. And I'm so grateful. If you watch this is the first ever video you watch, I'm even grateful for you because this is my love, guys. I'm combining my two passions of gaming and motorsport, and I've got a stage personality. That's not to be egotistical. That's an honest fact. I've got a stage personality, and to do this is fantastic, especially when I know you guys are actually enjoying it, even though I get really weird and overexcited sometimes, but that is who I am. Guys, thank you for a great 2020, even though it was worldwide not a great year. And if you had a tough 2020, my condolences. I know how you feel, but if you ever need just to get a smile on your face, watch one of my videos and I'll try my best to put a smile back on your face. Guys, thank you for this year. Thank you for the support. Leave a like. Check the links out in the description down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new and get that subscriber count going up. Don't forget to ding that bell to never miss a future video. 2021 is going to be mad when it comes to content here on the YouTube channel, and I'm super excited. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in 2021, or now, Happy New Year. Cheers!
They shooting, I made you look. They shooting, I made you look. They shooting, I made you look.
You a slave to a page in my rhyme book.